Hey guys, it's Cathandu here, and we're going to be playing some Orcs Must Die 1 today. I'm here with Lipidian,
Hey guys!
and she's going to be watching me play the first couple levels, and then she's going to play them, and you're going to watch how a bunch of a noob she is, because I played this game a lot, and I think it'll be pretty fun to watch. Let's get right into it. So, as you know, you're awful at this game, because we played the first couple levels. She did, and it was hilarious. And then the recording was shit, so we had to redo it. But instead, we're just going to watch me do it first.
I've killed thousands of orcs and defended dozens of rifts. And this is how it ends. One slip and a kobold's blood, and my skull cracks open on the gatehouse steps. So now the task of defending this fortress falls to my apprentice.
I like how hopeless he is.
Yeah.
The world is doomed.
Wow, he has such faith.
Yeah, well, like you just noticed, probably we're going to try to be quiet during the cinematics, just because I know they're interesting to watch, at least from my perspective, so don't want to ruin it for you guys.
Yeah, but so Cathandu is going first, so that I can see what the levels are like, because he has successfully completed this game before. I just find it more fair that I get to see things before I run into them, because he's already seen all of the things, and I've only seen the first 5 levels of things.
Did you see level 5? I don't think you... Oh, you did watch...
Yeah.
Yeah, I did play it, and that's when we stopped recording, and that's when we realized the whole thing was like 10 frames per second.
Yeah,
It was
messed
great.
up
It's
real
lovely.
bad. Why did he go flying?
Because shitty ragdoll physics from 2008, I think. Don't correct me in the comments, I don't care.
They're still gonna. You realize this.
That's okay.
That's gonna be all the comments
I
now.
won't be paying attention. I don't read comments. yeah,
You're
because I
awful.
read comments.
I love reading the comments, especially like the little fights. Don't fight in the comments, because that's just stupid.
No,
but
it's
like,
hilarious.
yeah, it's hilarious when somebody's really stupid.
Fight over where I learned this method from. It'd be great. Did he learn it on his own, or did he watch someone else do it? That's the real question here. Yeah, no, but I seriously, like, because we were testing it on this level, and I'm kind of like, this level's pretty easy. Like when you were playing it earlier, you didn't really struggle on this level
No.
at all,
No.
because it's just...
Even with the crappy auto aiming feature, not really. It wasn't awful.
See, I'm not still 100% sure that there's an auto aim feature, because...
Well, what's up with like the 3 bolts at once? I just don't understand that.
Oh, I forgot I had stun. In the second game though, this the crossbow is like garbage. Like it's amazing in this game. It's like the best range weapon, and then they just, for some reason, it's... I mean, you guys in the audience might agree. Like, it's awful in Orcs Must Die 2 if you've played it.
Spoilers.
It's not really a spoiler. You don't get it right away, because you know how like when you get skulls in this game, you upgrade stuff.
Sure.
The upgrade system in Orcs Must Die 2 is 100% different. And so, like, you have to buy certain weapons and traps with skulls instead of just upgrading traps and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't start with the crossbow. You start with something else, which is actually way more fun. Because they didn't want to just make the same game twice, so they actually changed a lot of it.
Well, yeah, that's good of them. I would agree with that sentiment. That making a second game with the exact same mechanics, unless it's like Cake Mania 2.
Or Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
But, like, one of the big things about... it'd be spoilers, so I'll just talk about it when we actually play Orcs Must Die 2. But, there's a reason it's different, and it's kind of... They don't just straight up say it, but it's a vague understanding that if you play this game, you'll understand why the upgrade system is different. But, oh wow, that first level's over already. Anyway, but I was going to talk about how they made the second game very similar, but still different. And then, I don't know if any of you have played Orcs Must Die Unchained.
There's a third game?
Yeah. Oh. It's basically this game, but instead of... I can't buy anything yet. Instead of doing it like a one-player thing, it's a 3v3. It's like a MOBA, except this game. And so like you're sending orcs after the other people. It's really odd.
Sounds fun though.
I got a trial for it. Like I got into the beta. I don't know if it was an open beta, so I don't know if that's an achievement or not. But I was in the beta for it, and I didn't really play all that much because it just didn't interest me. Because I was like, well, this isn't Orcs Must Die. It's a MOBA. And so, by the way, I'm probably lagging when I walk through this, so apologies.
So anyway, what we're doing is we're gonna do like a couple levels. He's gonna do a couple levels. I'm gonna do a couple levels, and like the person who takes the least amount of time. We don't know how we're gonna calculate this at the end yet. We're probably just gonna like time clock each other and ourselves and like compare times.
What I'll probably do is because the game actually keeps track of your par time. You can't look at it after you've completed the level, but what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to beat the level at a certain amount of time, and we'll keep track of that based on how long it takes in the recording. And so what I was thinking we would do is, like, in the top of Morgan's videos, there would be, like, a timer counting down, and she wouldn't be able to see it, so there wouldn't be pressure on her, but you guys could see how much over my par she was, because I'm setting the par at this point. Like, the game's par is really low. So I was thinking that would be interesting, but I don't know yet. We don't know. We're kind of haphazard here, so we just do whatever we want. Gotta love headshots.
Yeah, he was bragging earlier about how he was like almost 100% for headshots at the time he ended this game, the last time he played through, and I called him out on it because he's not 100% anymore.
Most of my kills that happen to minor orcs like this, though, are because of headshot. Like, I don't ever do this. Like, I don't unload. I shoot at them until I get a headshot. Like, most of my shots aren't headshots. My accuracy rate is garbage. But my success rate of killing people with headshots, that's what's up there. I
mean, it's really nice to have information on exactly what the game's, what would you call it, mechanics are. Because I didn't know that the little aim... What would you call
crosshairs?
That? Yeah, the crosshairs would have to be green to get a headshot until you told me that.
Well, yeah, because I was watching you try to get headshots when you were going like this. Like, the thing never reset to green, so I'm like, at one point I told you, I was like, you can't actually get headshots while doing that. Mm-hmm. And then you were like, what? That's lame.
I was like, wow, that's nice to know.
Yeah, it's good information. Like, and even if you guys have never played this game, I mean, my style isn't perfect. Obviously, I'm not like top 20 or anything, and I'm not top 10 in the world or anything ridiculous like that. But I mean, if you just want to get 5 skulls on normal difficulty, my strats are pretty on point. Also, arrow walls, best thing in the entire game. Like, most entertaining thing in this entire game, because they actually have a chance to catch the orcs, and they'll fly through the air and pin to a wall. It's amazing.
I think I have yet to see that in the time that we've been playing.
That might only be a physics in the second game. I don't know. But there's
well, they do go flying.
Well, yeah, that happens. But I don't know if the pinning is a thing in this game or not. But
so what are we gonna do? We're gonna go like 3rd level, or...
I was just gonna do the first 4. Alright, moving on to the next one. Boom barrels. The most useless thing in the entire game. Oh, God, yeah. Boom barrels are just the worst. There's no use to them. They're just awful. And you guys might notice we're not using... Or I'm not using floor traps, alchemist satchels, vampiric gauntlets, Well, or the shock zapper, and that is because these are part of an expansion.
And I mean, it wouldn't really be a vanilla playthrough if we used expansion stuff. So
yeah, so we figured maybe later we'll start using it because, or maybe just during the expansion that they're meant to be played in. Oh, he's talking. I don't know who this voice actor is, but I absolutely love his voice style. It's great. It makes me happy. And then will be my spike trap going through your anus.
wow. Okay.
Actually, most likely it's going to be a bolt coming straight for your face, but, you know. You all might be wondering, why is Kendall being so fucking boring with his game style, where it's just him getting headshots all the time? It's like, well, I mean, if you really think about it, these first levels are so easy that it doesn't even matter.
Shit. Oh, fuck. No. 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 Shut up. No. Die.
5-minute recording. Again, it doesn't really matter. Like, there's so little content here to begin with at all. So, I mean, but also I want to get 5 skulls every time. First time. Oh, I forgot the lovely glitchy as hell archers.
Crossbows.
Which is really funny because the bolts will, when they're lagging like that, they'll still fly. The bolts will still come out of them, but you just can't tell what direction they're looking. It's amazing. And just so you know, that is not a my computer thing. That is a poor code from a very old game thing. Oh wow, these ones are walking properly. Nope.
But no, never mind. Spoke too soon. Yeah. The ragdoll mechanics, they're semi-impressive for the time, I would say. But nowadays,
Well, yeah, but in Orcs Must Die 2, they're much more impressive.
Okay, well, I mean, how long after this game did the second game?
A couple years.
A couple years, like.
And they, I mean, we could actually look it up at some point and talk about it, but it is definitely a couple years.
Okay. In the meantime, this game probably kept everybody occupied.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people on the hardest difficulty for this game, it's more difficult than you think when the higher levels it gets.
I would imagine it gets more difficult in the higher levels, especially with the glitchy archers.
Well, the glitchy archers, I think it's just
Like, I would imagine if their bodies are glitching, their hitboxes are glitching, which would be a problem for me.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know enough about the mechanics. I've never had a problem shooting them in the face, though, so. And then this row needs one here. Because I like watching them fly in different directions as they walk.
Mm-hmm.
I think last time I just packed them all into one place, but then you don't get the fun of watching them all die slowly. You just get them all shot right in the face right at once.
I think last time we played, I learned that putting one spike trap on one wall, or not spike trap, but the wall thing.
The arrow walls?
Yeah, the arrow walls. On one wall, and then another one exactly parallel to it wasn't a good idea because they would both go off at the same time, and then both would be used up.
It depends on the situation.
If they were far enough away from each other where their hitboxes weren't mingling.
Well, see, it depends really on the situation, because what I'm doing here is enough to handle these orcs, but if there was like an ogre, Like, you haven't even seen the ogres yet.
No.
But if there was ogres, these do damage to them. But if you need them to die quickly, I mean, like, the orcs here will die super duper quickly.
So
But that's because this does X amount of damage. But, like, an ogre needs, like, 10 of these damage worth
wow.
output onto them. Like, yeah, they have a ton of health. And so, like, I'm just going to do it now because it doesn't matter. Doing this when ogres are present is actually a good idea because they'll be taking double damage this entire step.
Well, that is if the traps haven't already been.
Well, yeah, but they reset way quicker than you think. Like, see that green health bar there? That's their reset. Oh, as soon as he's dead. That's their reset time.
Well, that's actually slower than I thought they reset, but,
Oh, but that one's already firing again. But if you have enough tar traps, the arrow walls half the time will reset before the ogre gets through because they walk pretty slow already. I might be just thinking about Orcs Must Die 2 because
you're obsessed with it and you won't stop talking about it.
Well, it's just
a good game.
Yeah, it's just a good game. Like
understand.
They're the same game. I mean, it's like if I was playing.
It's like how I won't shut up about Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It's a good freaking book.
It's like that too, and also whenever you're playing Jurassic Park Evolution, you're always like, Genesis is way better.
I have a bias for Genesis because it was the first one I played.
Yeah.
Also, there's just something about Genesis that feels right versus Evolution. Evolution is more of a park building game than Genesis was.
Also, it's super easy.
Like, they're both park building games, but Genesis was more fun somehow. Just to me. I don't I think one thing I miss about Genesis that Evolution doesn't have is you could click on the little tourists and you could see their moods and why they were angry with you. And that would be really lovely to have in Evolution, and I mean, maybe there is something like that, but I like actually clicking on the guy and seeing his randomly generated name and how he's feeling.
Yeah, that's always that kind of stuff's always fun. I'm gonna do this. Get some tar traps up in here. Extra sticky.